What's up guys, and welcome to this video. In this video I'm going to go through all 8 stadiums which are going to be used in the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Most of these stadiums are located in or around the capital city of Doha, plus they are all reasonably new stadiums. The first stadium on the list is the Bayt Stadium. This stadium has a capacity of 60,000, which makes it the second largest stadium in this World Cup. Plus, it was only built last year, so it's another one of the very modern stadiums. The stadium is unique in that it has a retractable roof, and also like other stadiums on this list, has cooling technology built into it as well. The stadium was based on the Bayt al-Shir tent, which was traditionally used in the deserts of Qatar. The actual seating plan of the stadium consists of 3 tiers which wrap around the whole pitch, pretty standard in the inside. This stadium will host 9 matches during the World Cup, which includes the opening match of the tournament and also one of the semi-finals. The next stadium we have is the Khalifa International Stadium. This stadium has a capacity of just over 45,000 and was first opened in 1976. This stadium has been renovated for the World Cup and they planned on adding about 20,000 seats, but this plan was later revised. The stadium features a huge roof similar to the Olympic Stadium in Sydney, but with one side being larger, allowing for another tier of seating. A negative aspect of the stadium is that it was first built to accommodate track sports, meaning there was a running track around the pitch, meaning you'll be sitting 20 odd metres away from the action. Apart from this, the stadium has a pretty simplistic interior, which has only one tier which goes around the entire ground, plus a second tier on the east side of the stadium. The stadium will house 8 matches for the World Cup, including the third place runner-up final. The third ground on this list is the Thumama Stadium in South Doha. The stadium was only finished last year, ready for the FIFA Arab World Cup, and holds 40,000 spectators. The stadium looks like a bowl from the outside, but has a pretty standard rectangular shape inside with an exterior which took inspiration from the traditional taikia hat, which you can definitely see the resemblance. Something to note about this ground is that thousands of migrant workers who constructed the stadium were essentially treated as slaves, and therefore the construction of the stadium has been condemned, plus with a lot of other stadiums on this list, which has been pretty big talking point for this World Cup. The stadium will play host to 8 matches in the World Cup, and the interior of the stadium has a very similar layout to the Etihad Stadium in Manchester, which has one tier around the bottom of the pitch, plus a second tier which curves around the top/roof. Next we have the Rayyan Stadium, and it has a capacity of 50,000 and was built in 2003, though it was demolished in 2016 in preparation for this World Cup. An interesting fact about it is that 90% of the materials demolished, or which were part of the stadium, were later reused either in the stadium when they rebuilt it or just in public artworks. The stadium has 3 tiers which wrap around the whole pitch, and the exterior of the stadium is pretty simple, as it consists of just a steel structure with a steel facade, which creates a nice shape around the ground. The stadium will host 7 matches in the World Cup. Next is the Lusail Iconic Stadium. The stadium was designed for the World Cup, opening in 2020. It has the largest capacity of all the stadiums on the list of 80,000 seats, and therefore it's going to hold the final. It was built with a cost of almost $800 million US, and it has been designed to be able to have a reduced capacity after the World Cup. The materials used on the roof were designed to let through an ideal amount of light, but also keep the stadium cool. The stadium will host 10 matches during the World Cup, which include 4 matches in the knockout stages, and this includes the final. Next we have Education City Stadium. It's another stadium on this list which was built specifically for the World Cup, and it just opened in 2020. It can hold just over 45,000 spectators and has been nicknamed the Diamond in the Desert, as it was supposedly constructed from mostly green materials and boasts being one of the world's most environmentally friendly stadiums in the world, apparently. The stadium consists of 3 tiers with a pretty nice green and white pattern on the seats. The exterior of the stadium also has a nice pattern which consists of many diamond shapes which can be lit up with LEDs, which looks pretty nice in the evening. The next stadium on the list is one of the more recognisable stadiums, which is Stadium 974, which was named that as it's been created by 974 containers. It can hold about 40,000 spectators and was only opened last year. Once the World Cup is completed, the stadium will be dismantled completely, apparently, with some of the seats and containers being given to underdeveloping countries in need of better sporting infrastructure. The ground also has the bragging right of the first temporary venue in FIFA World Cup history. The stadium has a pretty standard two-tier design, which we have seen in other stadiums on this list, and it will be home to 7 matches during the FIFA World Cup. The final stadium on the list is the Janoub Stadium. The stadium is another new stadium on the list, which was opened in 2019 with a capacity of 40,000, which will be reduced to half of that, so 20,000 after the World Cup. The stadium was designed by Zaha Hadid Architects, and the spectacular roofed exterior design was inspired by sails of the boats traditionally used in the Middle Eastern area for pearl diving, which was a big industry before oil was discovered in the Middle East. This has to be one of my favourite exterior designs on the list, but the interior of the stadium doesn't quite have the same sort of uniqueness, I guess that's a word, and level of design, as it just consists of 2 pretty standard tiers with an interesting seat pattern which I think sort of resembles waves. The stadium will host 7 matches during the World Cup, mostly from Group D and G. So that's all 8 stadiums being used in the 2020 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Make sure to comment which is your favourite stadium in the World Cup and you look forward to seeing teams play it. If you want to see more World Cup content, make sure to comment down below what you'd like me and Andy B to do or something. And if you enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.